in the world can't match the aura of someone who healed in private and now walks in peace. You did what they can't copy. You became yourself, fully and unapologetically. And now they're stuck, obsessed, curious, threatened, inspired. Some want to love you, some want to be you, but none of them can ignore you. You've entered their minds without permission, and now you live there rent-free, and they're trying to figure out what just happened. But here's the thing, they won't find the answer in a mirror, because you're not something they can reflect. You're something they have to experience, and that scares the hell out of them. And listen closely, Chosen One, if you've made it this far, your spirit already knows this message was meant for you. You're not here by accident. You're here because something in you can feel the shift happening. So don't scroll away now. What's coming next is going to unlock some things you've felt but never had words for. If you're ready to fully own what makes people stare, freeze, and lose their balance around you, drop the number 777 in the comments to claim it. And if this message already hit something deep, consider showing love to the crew behind it with a super thanks. Every little bit fuels this mission forward. Doesn't matter if it's a cent or a stack, it all keeps this energy moving. Now lock in, Chosen One, because what's coming next is personal. Let's break it down step by step. And believe me, you're gonna want to hear every word. Let's go. Number 1, you didn't shatter their ego. You showed them it was made of glass. They weren't intimidated by your power. They were exposed by your presence. You didn't raise your voice. You didn't brag. You didn't walk in with fireworks. You just breathed. You just existed. And somehow that was enough to make their entire self-image start crumbling. That's the part they'll never say out loud. That's the part that haunts them. They thought they were untouchable until you walked in and made the air feel different. Not louder, not heavier, just real. You didn't speak over people. You didn't perform. You didn't need to, because what you carry doesn't come from applause. It comes from pressure. Your presence feels like truth they're not ready to face, like a mirror they didn't ask for but can't look away from. And that's when the cracks started. They built their confidence on followers, fake praise, groupthink, and the illusion of being the main character. You built yours in silence, in dark nights, in seasons where no one clapped, but you kept going anyway. That's why when you walk in, they get confused. How are you calm when they're desperate for attention? How are you magnetic without even trying? How are you still standing when they swore someone like you wouldn't survive? Because they were playing a game. You were surviving a war. They don't hate you because you did something wrong. They hate you because next to your truth, their entire identity feels like a lie. Your stillness screams louder than their shouting ever could. You don't chase approval, and that alone makes them feel invisible. They depended on being admired. You don't even need to be seen. And here's the sickest part. They studied how to look powerful. You became powerful through pain. You didn't have to prove anything. You were the proof. That's what's breaking them down slowly. You're the walking contradiction to everything they believed about strength, confidence, and success. You're soft-spoken, but you carry storms. You don't beg to be noticed, yet all eyes shift when you step in. You're not loud, but your silence changes the energy in the entire room. That's real power, and that's what's scaring the hell out of them. Let's be real. They thought they were better than you. And maybe for a while they convinced everyone they were. But now they're choking on that arrogance because your existence forced them to look inward, and they didn't like what they saw. "What did you do to me?" they ask, half joking, half terrified. The answer? You breathed. You stood still. You lived your truth. And their masks started melting in the heat of your presence. That's why they flinch. That's why they side-eye. That's why they talk behind your back and lurk in your shadow. Because you didn't just show them who you are. You showed them who they're not. You didn't compete, yet they lost. You didn't attack, yet they bled. You didn't try to shine, yet you eclipsed them. And now they're left with a terrifying realization. You weren't even aiming for them, and still, you hit them dead center. Welcome to the chaos of being real in a world full of frauds. Chosen one, you didn't destroy